Okay, so here we are. So we're explaining cashback solutions, and so this is the sales side of the software. So just kind of scrolling down, so under how it works, this is our own customer loyalty card. So there's three different packages, and the light one is just to get them listed on the website as well as software. The other ones come with physical cards and a barcode scanner. And then we also have the app, and then merchants have a other app called an M-term app, and so that app is also something that they can log in to actually scan customer barcodes.
Okay.
So cool. So with this, so we're calling them SMEs. So this is our target. So basically restaurants and things like that. If it's a chain store, no. They can have up to, for our purposes, like up to like 4 to 6 locations would be fine. That would be a medium size. As we get larger, those are more corporate handled for the big change in large companies. So we're looking for mom and pop shops,
Yes.
one, maybe 2 locations. Those are our ideal target market.
Okay.
And so, and then online businesses, I'm not targeting anyone that does specifically online sales. If it happens to be a merchant that, say, is you could even say like a barbecue restaurant, and they're selling their barbecue sauce online and they have an online shop for that, then it would be a beneficial for them to have their listing in the online shop, because this is an online portal for online shopping. So it's not for websites. It's if you actually are doing checkouts and stuff on there, it incorporates your cash back into the shopping cart. So it automatically gives the customers their benefits.
Okay.
So it's an add-on for the two smaller packages. It's included on the largest one. So we'll go over the packages, but this is how they divide them. So we're going for our small and medium size as our target. This is just kind of their sales page. It says a little bit about stuff. It gives them the loyalty program software, which is really neat. And we'll go into a little bit of that. It also, if they upgrade, they can have statistics and things like that. I'll show you the different aspects, though. They're able to message their customers, have newsletters, look at their sales, so they can say, wow, this is the target range. So, this age group comes a lot, or my Tuesdays are busy, or things like that. So it's really helpful for small businesses to start having that information.
So
Um,
this is the whole enchilada platform right here, huh?
yeah. Oh, and which is really silly is that it always likes to revert me to Canada. So make sure that you go and make sure it says US at the top. So if you see my little
Okay.
barcode part, it says cashbacksolutions.com/US. Make sure it has that for your stuff. It likes to pop me over that even on the regular cashback. So the products, these are the three different services that we're offering. And so this one, the Cashback Program Life, it's a one-time payment. Right now it's on sale for 88% off till the beginning of July. So this is excellent time to get these signed up. And then these are the bigger ones. So these have a monthly fee associated with it because you're actually using the loyalty program. You have the physical cards. You have a physical like tablet in the store for doing things. All of that stuff. So that's what the bigger packages are, which are excellent for online shopping and things like that. If it comes with the largest one, they get to do the online shop included.
Okay.
So, and then otherwise, if somebody wanted to do an online shop, it's $1,000 to connect it. So, definitely way better. If they have an online shop, go with a professional to begin with. Otherwise, they'd have to add on to it later. And just so you know, if it has an additional location, so if it's, like a taco shop that has two, they pay the first price and then they get 50% off for the second location to add.
Okay.
And then there's no extra monthly fee for different locations. Okay, so those are the different programs. This kind of tells you about a little bit more. You get your listing and things like that. and I'm happy to answer more questions if you want. So this, they get 100 branded cards, and this one, if they go with the bigger one, they get 250 branded cards.
Physical cards, right? For the
Yeah.
customers.
So it would say there's like, it would say, you know, Daniel's Taco Shop with a picture of a taco, and then it has that Cashback World part. So basically the way the card works is that it works in the restaurant, or, you know, whether they scan it, it's a digital card or not. Um, the customers have it, they can scan it at Daniel's Tacos. Then that same account can also work if they go to, we have our ribs barbecue place here. So or I have a dentist office I just signed up, or anything like that. So any other small merchant they can go to. They can also go to the large merchants. So here in the US, like big ones like Walmart and Home Depot, and there's really big department stores. So those guys are on it as well. So your same card, what they do for the bigger ones, and I can show you more on that. I'm kind of veering off, but anyway, so it works for the big stores, and the same thing also works for online shopping. So this is the world's largest customer loyalty program, and the same card works in every country it's active, and it works with any of the, it's like over 120,000 merchants right now. Okay. So those are the different products. The U term is what my login was having an issue with. But this is what the sales software looks like. Let's see if it'll show us a little bit more. Just so you see.
So if I'm understanding correctly, let's say if I was an owner of a restaurant, right, and I sign up a customer for the loyalty cashback rewards program, he can actually use the card in my restaurant and in Target or Costco or any other locations like that as well.
Yes, how it works at the big stores, because right now there's, at Walmarts and stuff that's a merchant, there's not a scanner at every single Walmart. So what they do is that Cashback World, you actually buy gift cards for Walmart or for, IHOP and places. So you get your loyalty debt benefits on the
application online, right?
Right. Well, you get that when you buy the gift card, and then when you go to Walmart, or I went to Old Navy or something, I show them the gift card, and that's how they can do it.
Oh, okay, I see.
So the big companies are doing gift cards because there's not a way to scan our physical cash, our cashback card at every single register across the United States. So we buy a digital gift card or a physical gift card. They have both of them. So we buy a gift card through Cashback World. That's where, I buy a $50 gift card. However, I get, 5% cash back, plus I get shopping points on my actual gift card that I bought.
Okay, I see.
And then for online shopping, there's nothing special you have to do. You just go through Cashback World. Actually, that's where I can bounce over to. So when you go to Cashback World, then that's where you can do online shopping from right there. So how it works, this is the customer side of it. So we were on the merchant side. So the shopper side, you can see right here under shops. We'll just do a search so you can see just an idea. In the
gift card, right?
Yeah. So so right now in the United States, there's 3,608. So there's a decent amount of merchants just in the US, and like I said, it's in lots of other countries too. So for example, you can see like IHOP is a popular one. So this one requires an e-voucher, so that's our digital gift card. So if I buy a gift card here, I actually get 4% back plus 2 of these points. And so this way you can actually go ahead and you actually buy it on the app, but it's telling you about the merchant. Then if I do see Cheapo Air is a way to do, like if I'm going to do cashback on flights. So this is actually an online shop, so I can just click right here. Let's see. And I can click the shop online now. I just go through Cheapo Air, do what I do, and it automatically gives me cash back at the end. And then our small
And
merchant. Uh-huh.
can this application right here give you like a physical cash or no for the customer?
It
Or
gives
they
you
just give you
cash. So what it does is it goes into your cashback account and then it accumulates. And so if you get more than $10 in cashback, it gets deposited to your bank account. So you're getting actual cash back. And plus, on every point, you also get these points, and you redeem points for your shopping point deals, they call them. And this is where our merchants can do their advertising. So if we do a shopping point deal, let's see. Hold on.
And what part of this platform are we going to be using most of the time?
Well, you want to be familiar with the customer side of it. This is this side. Over here, what we were looking at before, cashback solutions. This is the merchant side. And the U term, it was just giving me an issue logging in right now. But this is where you log into the merchant side and just process sales.
Okay, that's the one that we're going to be working with most of the other time.
Correct. Right? Yeah. So you want to be able to show the merchant, what's going on with things, and then at the same time, you want to be able to, here, I can show you. For some weird reason, it's not wanting to. I'm gonna stop this for just a moment so you can see. Okay, you can see my screen, yeah?
Yes, I can.
So on this, I'm gonna go ahead and actually here. So if you come out of it, so see it's an app on your phone for the and this is the cashback. So this is the shopper side. This is the one for the merchants. So the merchants are gonna click on this M term, and then what it brings up, you can see, is that they can do a camera and they can actually scan the digital barcode of the cashback cards.
I see.
Or they can actually manually enter in the number. I'll show you where you find that on the shopper side. So they can enter either of those in, and then hold on. So on the shopper side, when you load it, so they load this app, and then at the very bottom center, you'll see they click on it. This is actually showing the there it goes, cashback card. So everyone has a digital one, so this is what the merchant can scan this, or right under the name, this is the cashback number. So they can just manually enter that number in, or they can scan it. And all they need is the phone to run the app in order to use the loyalty program.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Okay, so that one, so now you kind of understand a little bit more on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Okay, so that's what the login, for some reason, it's just not, they just updated it and it's not liking my login, so I need to figure that out. But basically, it works pretty close to the same way the software on the computer, where you just, enter in the cashback information and sale. And then the other side of it, this is what I was starting to show you. So the shopping point deals. So as customers are getting shopping points, then they can redeem a deal for discounts. So you can see like this merchant, okay, for $10, they can get somebody will look at their resume review, so they'll help them with their resume. So this small merchant here is saying, if you want to redeem 4 of your shopping points, then you can get my deal. So they're offering 80% off something that's normally $50, you could get for $10. So that's where the coupons work, that you're paying and trading a few of your points to get a really great deal. So like this is, if you trade, 2 points, you can get 10% off your skin tightening for this one. Or like you can do tiny little points. So for, 0.3 points, you could get a great deal on French toast at this place. So that's how the points work with the small merchant deals. And the basic, like all the packages offer the software that they can use for advertising in their business, all of these great deals.
Okay, good, sounds good.
And then, so that's where it works there. What was the last thing? I think, so for cashback solutions, oh, here's the part. This part's really handy for you to know. So once they're ready to become a merchant, there's 3 different ways to register. The first one is they're brand new, and basically the business has to have a cashback account. Like this is, it doesn't mean that they're a merchant. It just means like this is their login and their registration and stuff like that. So you can have the person have a shopper account, so you have your own individual shopper account, and then your shopper can refer the business. So that's one way to do it if you're going to have, a private shopping account and a company shopping account, or you can just go straight to a company account. And then I'll just use, this is a good reference to know. If you use this last one, it means you just want to go to the registration page, pretend that they already have a login. But here's where I like to do this part. I have more information on my website to know how to fill this out. This is not really what you have to deal with, but this is what you want to know right here. They call it the rebate information, and this is how much the loyalty sale is going to cost the merchant. For example, for restaurants give 7% back as the rebate. So that means, for example, like this one, I saw this restaurant, El Tapatio. So do you see where it says 2% cash back and 1.5 shopping points? Oop, I even clicked on it right here.
Yes.
This is what goes to the customer. So like me as a customer, this is what I get from them. On the back end, when we're enrolling merchants, whoop, where did it go? This part says 7. So the merchant is getting paid, or is paying on the sale 7%. So if they record, $100 in a loyalty sale, they would be getting charged $7 for that. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So then what happens is on the other side of it, this side, 2% of that goes to the whoever shopped there. 1.5 goes as credit for shopping points. So do you see how on my account I have 194 shopping points? So I would get this as shopping points, so that accumulates. And then on the back side of it, the extra percentage, a part of it up to 1% goes to whoever enrolled the shopper. So let's say the Mexican restaurant, this is its own customer. Part of that fee goes right back to them because they enrolled the customer and they get part of that referral feedback. Does that make sense?
Yes. But like on the parts where the merchant gets the 7%, he would be dividing his 7%.
Nope.
To the other parties, or he's just gonna keep the 7% and automatically the customer, the shopper, gets 2%, right?
Correct.
And then the other
yes.
one get you as a. Okay.
So the cashback system is going to charge the restaurant 7%, and then cashback distributes it. So 2.5 to this shopper, shopping points here. Marketing bonus, the thank you bonus goes to this merchant. Some of it goes to corporate for their head stuff. Some of it actually goes to charities. So that's where all of it gets dispersed.
Okay, I see. So everybody gets a piece of the cake, right?
Yep. So it rewards, whoever put them in. So whether, so if the Mexican restaurant has their own shopper shopping, they get paid. And then the system works that, when they download one of those gift cards to go to Walmart, then the Mexican restaurant is getting a percentage of the gift card that the person went and bought at Walmart.
Nice. Makes sense.
Yeah, so that's where it's built in. So that beautiful like thank you referral fee is why people especially love cashback, because they're getting paid when people are shopping all over town with this card.
Okay. So are we gonna be actually doing cold calling restaurants, or how is the
Yes.
script gonna be, or how?
Yeah,
Okay.
so part of it, I have leads to work, and that's what I had discussed with the person in charge with Overpass. Is like, I don't have formal scripts. Does somebody need a formal script? Otherwise, it's like, I can give the training. This is how it works, and there's things that I say, but I don't have a set script. So it's kind of, if somebody already has the sales experience, they're calling restaurants, they need to talk to most likely the owner or manager, whoever's in charge, and say, hey, this is my program. Check out my video. We'd love to get you signed up.
Okay, and we would be using your video, right, to provide to the
Correct.
merchant, right?
Uh-huh.
The restaurant. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Cool.
And do you have other agents that are working on this? So maybe I can get like a recording to see how they actually interact with the customer.
Gotcha. I'm open to that. Right now, I've just been doing it myself, and that's why I'm like, I need people to handle this for me because I have a lot on my plate. So, yeah, I'm looking to
Okay.
hire a few people right now. I don't have anybody actively doing it.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. Because I have other agents over here too that you know might be willing to give it a shot. But
Really? That'd be
we'll see how it
fantastic.
goes, and I'm definitely, yeah,
Perfect.
absolutely. I can go ahead and let you know to see if you get the leads and things like that. We could go from there as well.
Perfect.
We'll see how it turns out. Okay. And
Okay.
go from there.
Well, I definitely have leads to work, and I'll show you that in a moment. So, the last thing, this is why I was showing you this screen. So now that you're clear on how they call it the rebate, but if you think in your mind, like, this is how much the merchant is paying on the sale. So they pay a fixed percentage, and it varies. So the thing is, what you can do, for example, I was chatting with somebody who owns a dog grooming place. So I'm like, okay, this is under pets. And then under sector, I'm like, oh, hey, they do have dog grooming. And then it comes up, as you see right here, 6%. So this one is only paying 6. A restaurant is paying 7. And then I think, okay, then there was one like in health and beauty. So there's a dentist and we'll just say we're looking for a nail salon. You can see the nail salon has to do 9%. So it varies. So I would, when you're talking to the merchant, I personally have not seen, I don't think I've seen 10, but 9 is definitely very high. So what I would just say, is just say, the fee, I just say, ideally we're targeting restaurants. We know restaurants are 7. So if you're talking to anybody that's not a restaurant, hey, the fee's under 10%. Just as a comparison, Groupon, which is really popular, they charge and take 50%. So, and a lot of those like food delivery places and stuff like that, they're taking, 15, 20, 25%. So, our fees are not a lot. And the cool part is that, as you can see, most of it right here is going right back to the customer's cashback. Okay, and then let's see. The last thing, I'm actually working to make my leads in a better chart to be able to put more info on it. However, right now I just have a list of the leads. I attempted to put it into the Overpass software. It was not liking my whole spreadsheet for some reason. So this is the current one. So these are the different leads to be working. And so most of them, I think pretty much all of them are restaurants, or they're really close to a current restaurant. So let's see. Oh, actually, just so you're clear, I think what I'll do is when I was coming up with things, most of these are cities. However, this is close to an existing cashback restaurant. So that's why I was targeting something that was super close. So that way, in case you're calling them, they would have no idea what Toyota is for their region. It's close to that restaurant from our end. So, and I think one I did, see Ribs USA, that's not a regular region. That's a one of our restaurants. So I'm going to put a star on restaurants. Otherwise, they're regions. So these are different merchants that need to be calling. If there's an owner, I'm going to put their name because always, pretty much like I know that Arnas is the owner here. So I'm going to ask to talk to him. If he's not in, I'll ask, hey, does he come in often? Is there a certain time I can reach him? Some owners do, some owners don't. So it's really, if you've been in sales, I'm sure you realize it's like a game of follow-up, just constantly working and seeing when you can catch people. And then this was the... What? I can barely hear you. It sounds like you're really far away.
Oh, can you?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Hear me better now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Now, these leads, you work with them, you have built them within some time, or you just grab them like cold calling, knocking at doors and...
Kind of. It depends. You're going to see right over here, I put my details. So this is going to say, okay, like this one met owner when we were there. Very cool. Mentioned the program. This just left flyer for an owner. Saw it walking around. Talked to staff. So this is going to give you ideas. Most of these I really don't have a relationship with. So,
these customers, these merchants, are familiar with this type of program?
No, they're not. So basically, these leads are ones that I was like, hey, can I send some new customers your way? That's what I first asked is like, hey, would you be interested in some advertising? And can we get some new customers? So if they're interested in new customers, I'll lead this off as like, hey, do you want new customers? And, we have a great program that's advertising as well as a loyalty program. And then, do you guys have a loyalty program? And most of these, they may or may not. A lot of them, if it's a loyalty program, it might be like, those like little old fashioned punch cards, like, get 9 punches, your 10th thing is free.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So this is like, hey, would you actually want to get money on your loyalty program? Because now you can get paid when your customers go shopping.
Absolutely. And plus you have a video there and everything, so that would work kind of cool as well. They get to familiarize with what they're getting into as well, right?
Yes, exactly. So this is going to give you leads. I'm going to plug in as much stuff. So like this, I don't know the owner's name for Links and Hops, but Zell is the manager to talk to. So that kind of helps you. There's a phone number. Some of these don't have a phone number. I'm assuming I can either look them up for you. I would just look them up on Google. So I would feel like if you Google, Rice Avenue Thai in Sunland, you should be able to find the phone number for that.
Absolutely. Yeah, Google's friend.
Yes, perfect. Okay. And then this, if I have their physical address, I'll throw that in there. This means like we have the flyer. I can show you a picture of it, but the flyer just lets them know, hey, we want them to go to this to go to that website link. So it says like, hey, if I could show you how to get paid when your customers shop, check out this video kind of a thing.
Lauren, speaking about email, say if the customer wants an email, hey, I don't have time right now, just email it to
Perfect.
me. How would that work?
Just grab their email and then I can deal with that at this point to send it over, but that would be excellent. So a lot of them too, they want that. Or would I volunteer? More when I'm in the store, but hey, if you can get it over the phone, is I'm like, hey, can I text you the link? Because now you have the owner's phone number.
Okay, cool.
So I
So
like to
basically,
ask them to text them. I can text or email you the link.
all right, perfect. So basically, what we're trying to do is just get them in any type of way that we can, right?
Correct.
And
Yep.
any type of. Okay, perfect.
So that's
All
what I
right.
need some support on because I love going around to small merchants and I'll talk to them about it. The problem is that they don't actually jump on it. So I really need somebody to follow up, and then that way I can chat
Follow up.
with somebody there
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey, I'm the cashback teacher. Is it okay, I'll touch base with you and, I'll have someone call you kind of a thing, and then that's where, I
Cool.
can have the team call on
Cool.
all of my leads."
Cool. That sounds real cool because that way, I'll be following up with the customer. I'll let you know, hey, listen, Lauren, there's this one customer. Go ahead and see if you can go and meet with him if it's close by where you're at, right?
Exactly.
And get in contact with the customer. Perfect. Yeah. So that sounds good. That's great.
Yep. So sounds good. I'm definitely
Great.
here to help chat with them, answer any questions. I just really need help on the follow up side, and just there's a lot. And then you talk to somebody and they're like, "Oh, call back. They'll be here tomorrow from 7 to 8." Somebody else says, "Oh, the owner's gonna be there not until noon." Someone else is like after 5 o'clock. So like they just are all over the place.
I totally understand. I hear you.
So,
Right
and is
now, I'm
that
working with
something
the
you'd be able to
AT&T
do?
business department right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we it's really hard for the owner to get on the phone, but no, we get them. We get them.
Yeah.
We get them sometimes. It's
Cool.
like a fishing game, right?
Yes, a very fishing game. Cool. So yeah, is this
And
something you'd be interested in?
how many leads do you have? By the way, how many
This
leads do you have?
These are the current one I put in there, which is what, like 30 something of them. Um I wanted to just see kind of with whoever I was going to work with, or like I said, open to a couple people, is just, hey, take this chunk of leads and let's start working and seeing if we're getting anywhere. If we're not getting any results, then I need to, something needs to improve. So
Absolutely, I totally
I
understand.
was just
And
kind
do you
of
do
like,
any type of advertising, web advertising, or no?
as of this point, no. So this is slow in the works. So this is kind of like, I really, really want to be working with my restaurants. I have a couple merchants already, but I need more local ones because it works like a cluster, because I need to be able to send my customers to other customers nearby.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
like for
Like a
example, the
chain
ones that
reaction,
are
right?
by
Domino effect.
yeah, so like the ones by Toyota, um, it's saying, like, hey, we already
Where is
have.
Toyota at? Like,
Oh, it's near
where's that
Hollywood.
Toyota?
Yeah,
Near
it's near
Hollywood?
Hollywood. Let's see. Maybe that would be helpful if we do it like that. So at least you know the area.
All right. Yeah, because I'm from California.
Oh,
I'm from
cool.
Orange County.
Oh, gotcha. And where are you right now?
I'm in El Salvador, Central America, El
That's
Salvador.
cool. I just wintered in Belize. I liked it down there a lot.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice up there. Really nice.
That's cool. Okay, and then
Hollywood.
Ribs USA is
And
big.
are we gonna be working just in the, California, or is this gonna be nationwide, or you just want to start spreading it where you're at, and then start opening up like a type of
Exactly. So
octopus
this
kind
is really, at this point, these are the leads that I want. I would love to get these businesses on board, and so it really, I could use the help of a good sales team to help get these along for me.
Absolutely. And I'm here to help.
Yay. Well,
I'm
fantastic.
up for it.
Very cool. Okay.
I'm up for it.
So I
Just
think,
give me all the tools I need, and any type of questions that I might have. Hopefully, you can be available for me
yes.
now that I have your Hangouts.
Yep,
We'll
yep.
be in communication a lot more.
Sounds fantastic. Are you familiar with a program called Slack? It's a messaging program.
It's the first time I ever heard it.
Okay, so this
No.
is Slack, and this is, if it works for you, this is the best way for me to communicate for work. And so basically, Slack is a way to organize all your messaging, and so you can keep track of different people as well as different types of conversations. So you're going to see, like right here under channels, CB stands for cashback. That would be what you're working on. You're working with cashback, so this would be like cashback sales or marketing, something like that. So it'll have its own channel. So this helps keep track, like cashback. This is just discussing the table tent project. This is just discussing our merchant flyer project. I also have another business called Party Aloha, so this is everything that's going on here. So this is where I can talk about different things and keep track of them. And then also different people that I work with are all in here, so I can keep track of messaging.
Okay, so we'll be using Slack then, right?
I would prefer that, yeah. So then we can just message. You can see, like, I can take photos. We can reply to things in here, all that good stuff.
Okay, downloading now.
Yep. So cool. And then, so I'll send you, actually, what is your email address?
My email address, I have 3, but you can get, let's use Jimmy Palacios, Palacios.
Well, Palacios. Okay.
1503 at gmail.com.
Perfect. Okay. So I just sent you the invite, so now we can chat on here. And then, great. And then, have you used Google Docs before?
Google Docs? Yes, I have used Google Docs before, yes.
Now, also, do you have something, because I know in Overpass, I have the software with the contacts to kind of like lead track. What I'm thinking, is something to pull off of this lead sheet that I have. And then you can see under, this is what I have with my other business that I find really helpful. So I'm thinking if something like this will work, this is my next project, is, so I'll make this for these cashback leads. So what it works is it's kind of like, it'll be the lead, whatever the current status is, and then this is the, kind of the, the dates that, or the process it goes through. So it would be like, did they get their flyer? Kind of like the stuff that I have on it. It's just, like this is more where, or I can incorporate it on what we currently have, but this is what I use in my other business to keep track of all the stuff going on.
More professional, right?
Yeah. So this one, yeah, because this is linked to the database, so it's a database that I can have new things pop up. It's just not going to be alphabetized ever. I don't know if that matters, though.
I mean, I can go ahead, if you send me that link or that PDF or however you want to send it, I mean, I can go ahead and try to modify it and try to make it look a little prettier.
Okay, this one. Yeah, okay, I'll look at that. I'm playing around with them because this is just, it's linked to a form, so that way if I go to Cashback Teacher is my one.com/lead, what it does is that way when I'm on the go, I can just open up this website and then I pop in the info about the lead and it goes right into that database.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just the more this is kind of initial stuff versus you see like this chart that I have is more typing and we keep it updated on the different process things go through. But then it just, I guess that's what my dilemma is like, leave this alone. This is just the database and then we work off of a different chart and that's where we keep track of things.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, dokes. Cool. Well, thank you. And then what is your kind of I guess kind of what's your availability / since these leads are kind of all over the place, is that where, you can follow up on leads whenever they say to call back?
Well, I'm open because I'm here in El Salvador, so over there in California, you're in California, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 2 hours. We're 2 hours ahead of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it is 5:19. Over there is 3:19, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Wait.
So
No.
I could go ahead and work maybe till, say, if a customer wants me to call him at 9 o'clock his time, I can go ahead and call him at 9 o'clock. It's no biggie for me.
Okay. So just that's where it's kind of like if you can basically be in charge of leads and you have to figure out when is the best time to call and work them and all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, how would we do this though? Are you gonna send me the leads, or do you have to go through Overpass first, or how are you gonna work?
I know I have to activate stuff on Overpass, and then what I had looked to do was to pop these leads into Overpass, which kind of worked, but not all of them worked. So I have to kind of troubleshoot that. Though, yeah, if there's a way, basically, you can just start working the leads, and at this point, it's just, hey, did the person watch the video? Can they watch the video? Are you interested? Could we talk more about it? Like, that kind of a thing.
Definitely.
Cool. Okay, well, I'll do what I need to get it done on Overpass. I think now I do a hiring thing. If you'll get into Slack, then we can talk on there, and then I'll figure out exactly the best way to for leads. And then as far as if this is going to be our active chart or if I'm going to make something like this version. Do you have a preference?
Well, most likely I use Windows. I don't know if you're familiar with that software, Windows.
Like the old Microsoft
Word.
Windows?
Yeah, with Word. I use a Microsoft Word 2016.
Okay.
That's what I have installed on my computer.
Gotcha. Well, I would definitely do Google Drive because everything's updated instantly, which is really nice.
Okay.
So it's
I'll
like
go ahead and work
cloud-based.
on your side. I'll follow you. Okay. Whatever
Okay.
makes it more easier for both of us. Okay.
Cool. Okay. Well, perfect. I really look forward to working with you on this.
Absolutely. And I'll go ahead and download that Slack application.
Okay.
And we'll go ahead and get in contact by that means. Okay.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
All right, Lauren. You enjoy the rest of your day. Okay.
You too. Bye.